off in Week 4.
Takes it at the 7. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First down catch there by Gerald Everett, who made the move to the Los Angeles Chargers, knowing that they enjoy utilizing their tight ends. Remember Antonio Gates, Hunter Henry? Everett hoping to be next in line at that position to give them big-time performances.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward to about the 48-yard line. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. But, Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Look, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 37. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Running on first down, Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
From the 17, Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Herbert, touchdown, Chargers. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mills. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Texans hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills swings this one out wide for Pierce. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
2nd down, Mills. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, Mills. They shakes him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries for an even 100 yards. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And when you see those numbers, there should be no hesitation to give him the rock early and often in this one. Ride the hot hand while he's producing like this.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Herbert now. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He picked that up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Mills to throw it. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. On the return, Carter. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Here's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Throwing again on second down. Herbert, pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Up the middle with Eckler. Ooh, the juke. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Complete to Mike Williams. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now Herbert following the turnover. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now out comes Houston.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And this is going to be incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here comes Carter. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Eckler now between the tackles. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Herbert. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And the Texans will take over. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At about the 32.
A first down throw for Mills. Cooks on the quick slant.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Mills.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
He gets this one complete to Bowden.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds across midfield at the 48.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Mills.
That'll be complete to Cook.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Complete to Jared Cook. Brings up
3rd and short yardage, Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line.
Now Mills.
Over the middle, it's Jared Cook.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on second down.
Mills.
And the catch made by Johnson.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
That's another Houston.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mills, throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And this is Cook with a grab. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Mills. Staying on his feet, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Herbert. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 26. They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking to throw is Mills. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the give, this is Eckler. Gets around him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd and 2, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Bowden. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
He was brought down by Malik Collins. A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Chargers to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Herbert now. He finds his target, Beckham. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second down, Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. It's Eckler again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert on the option. He's going to run with it. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Eckler, they run left side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Carter.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The handoff, it's Eckler. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Holding offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They'll run with Michelle. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Houston set to take over. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Mills on first down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Texans 10.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Mills now. He'll check this one down to Bowden, complete. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mills.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mills to throw it.
And brought in by the tight end, Cook.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Again, it's Mills.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Mills.
It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Once more, here's Eckler. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
The tackle by Cleveland Farrell. A gain of 6 yards.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have